leave that office or whatever you're doing. But for Robert, he has a lot of things to retire from. He has a chance to retire from being a military veteran. He has a chance to retire from being a baseball coach, from being a joke teller, and he can still do that. He's not going to retire from that. He's going to retire from being a police officer. He's going to retire, but he's still going to be doing that. He's going to be a gentleman. And he'll continue being my best friend. Now, one of the things that he's going to do, I know, he told me that he likes to go out and spend some time in the garden. So he's going to retire from this side, but now he's going to start another life, gardening. He's going to be a health guru because he likes to walk and jog. And he's going to be doing some other things, and who knows what else. But the first thing I want to tell you is that I wanted to give him something to remember. And I looked through my boxes and I found some letters. Letters that he wrote to me when he was in Germany. May 21st, 1970. He didn't know that I was going to bring him, but here's some letters, and they're the real thing. This is the first letter that he wrote me. I'm only going to read the first one, part of the first one, and the last one. Hi, Cyril. How's Romeo been doing? I don't know why he called me that because I didn't go out at all. Fine, I hope. As for Sad Sack, me, I'm still kicking. Well, I'm finally here in sweet, loving Germany. Wow. And so far, I hate the place. I put in a request for Vietnam, but I have to wait a while. But other than that, I'm still the broken-hearted, drinking, slow, tired Mexican. But I found two things good about Germany. And they are, I'm not going to tell you if you can. Nazis! He kept writing me, and the last one that I had was dated August the 21st, 1971. At that time, he was 21 years old. This one was a little bit touching. Let me see if I can find the exact part. Cyril, it says August. What's going on, man? I got your most welcome letter yesterday, and I thought I'd answer it today because I just got off guard. Seems like everything is okay back in old Port Houston. Hey, thanks for those girls' address. But you see, I'll have to wait till I get home to write them because right now I'm waiting for a 30-day drop if it comes through. But don't say anything because I want to surprise my old man and my old lady. Okay. I hope that brings back memories because it sure did bring memories to me when I read them before I got here. The other one is this. The letters he can keep. But this helmet, the only thing I want to say is that Robert and I were 16 years old, and somebody came to the neighborhood and said, y'all want to start a baseball team, something that your kids can do? So Robert and I were coaches. We had a team of boys, and we had a perfect record. We were the 16-year-old coaches, and we were coaching 11 and 12-year-olds. That's the history behind that one. The other one, Robert was always a person that had a smile on his face. Whenever he called, whenever he came to see me, he was always joking, telling me all these jokes. And he was someone that once you were around, you always had a good time. Always made you smile. See there?
You must be talking about different Robert.
Robert was also
outside the house.
a police officer. He used to tell me about going to South Park and having to run the night shift, and he used to tackle some guys that were about 6'5", 225, 200-pound men that were built like an upside-down pyramid. Wide chest, narrow waist, and they were big and strong, that Robert didn't have any trouble with them. He told them to do something. If they didn't do it, he had his stick and he chopped them down to size. He has been a great police officer from what he told me, and I think all of those stories are true. He also used to tell me about the bank robbery. There was a bank robbery on Guff Freeway. He was involved in that. They answered a call, we need a police officer. There's a bank robbery in progress over here at Guff Freeway. And he was there. There was bullets flying. Robert was there, and he did everything that he could. Just like any police officer, they put their life on the line. Robert did that for the years that he was in the police department. He also told me about all the dangers. He used to tell me about the times that he found dead bodies. And to me, if somebody is dead or has some blood going through there, sometimes it can make you throw up, sometimes it can make you want to look the other way. But Robert talked about it like it was an everyday thing because he got to see it a lot. So you've experienced a lot as a police officer, and he has a lot of stories. Maybe in his retirement, he'll start writing about these things. Lastly, gentlemen. One thing about Robert that I can always say, with my dad, my mom, no matter how he talked over here when he told his jokes, and some of those jokes were kind of bad. Whenever he saw my mom and my dad, or anybody that's an elder, because he always respected his elders. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. He's always been a gentleman. And Robert will always be my best friend.
Hey, Buffy, you forgot to tell you about the dogs.
Huh?
The pedals.
Okay.
Before he goes, if anybody would like to come out here and say something embarrassing, something amusing, I think it would be appropriate before he starts talking.
No, ain't nobody gonna say nothing. First of all, I want to thank my God above for, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here today. I want to thank everybody for coming to this occasion. Like Sarah says, this job was something that I really enjoyed doing. 22 years, wish I could stay longer, but a lot of you know my circumstances. I was going to stay longer. I had a wonderful time. I'd like to acknowledge my sergeant. Well, he's no longer sergeant in the wheelhouse of business now, but Roger Dixon stayed 34 years out here, and if you give him a round of applause. This guy here, we went night shift. I went night shift, and if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have gone night shift. Knowledge. My first partner, Elma, she's no longer here. She took off a while ago, but she's now a lieutenant. Victor Kozma, who was my partner for many years, and the same days off. We worked the same shift, rode in the car. We're like husband and wife. We worked the same club job for 10 years. And we had a lot of fun. You know, a lot of times you look back and you think, man, I can't believe that people actually paid me to do what I did. There was a lot of bad times, but then the good times outweighed the bad. And like I said, this job sometimes it has, like I said, it has its ups and downs. And like I said, I just want to thank everybody for coming here.